What's going on, everybody? Travis and Nate from Next Level TCG here to talk about some Crown Zenith and how it may not be as investable as we first thought. Before we can get into that, Nate, what's going up with you, man? How you doing?
I am doing well. Excited that Crown Zenith is right around the corner. Despite my feelings changing on it a little bit, we're obviously going to talk about that here today.
Yeah.
But still excited for the new release. Can't wait. A little sneak peek here, and by now maybe one or two of my shorts has been posted. But I opened up some V-Star Universe to get a sneak peek at the Crown Zenith. I couldn't help myself. And it made me really excited for the set. But I think you're hitting the nail on the head with the fact that I don't think it's going to be as investable as we even thought a month ago.
So, the biggest reason for me is a couple of things, right? So, I got this little list, right? I got this list in my brain of reasons why. But before I get into those, I just want to say, Crown Zenith looks like a fantastic set. It looks like it's going to be a very fun set to open. It's going to be a fun set to just get your hands on, rip a ton of packs for, join some breaks, do some streams, which here on Next Level TCG, we're live every single Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, doing some pack rips. If you want to buy in, be a part of that, TCGFunhouse.com. And we do have Crown Zenith available on release day for that stream. Nice. So make sure you guys go check that out if you want to. But I will start off saying that Crown Zenith is going to be a very, very fun, very, very interesting set to open, and it's not going to disappoint a lot of people who are ripping packs, which is a very good thing. Let's not forget about that. We always get a bunch of people in the comment section who are like, that's not what it's for, man. It's supposed to be enjoyed for fun. It's not to be... No, whatever. Everybody can enjoy Pokemon for whatever they want to, but the number one reason why I think Crown Zenith is going to let some investors down at the end of the day is its long release window and just the sheer amount of products that I think that we are going to get released into the wild. We have known that probably for the past year or so, there's been this mass printing of all these Pokemon cards, and it hasn't really affected things like booster boxes and collection boxes too much in terms of value for long-term sealed collection. Things like ETBs have been affected. The ETBs starting from, I would probably say around Astral Radiance, Brilliant Stars times, there's just so many out there, including Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze. They're just not worth that much anymore. And they might in the future, but the fact there's so many, it's just not going to be the same investable asset that it was back in the Sun and Moon era. And I really see the exact same here for Crown Zenith, because I really think that this long release window that they have, if you don't know, they're going to be releasing Crown Zenith over about 6 or 7 months for new products, right? It's not just going to be like, hey, this is our window to release all of our products. Keep an eye on them. They are literally releasing new collection boxes every month for 4 or 5 months, which is completely unheard of. They've never done anything like this before with a special set or a standard set or anything. Normally, you get all your products during release day, they hit, some of them get reprinted, some of them don't get reprinted. And this first print run is going to have the Elite Trainer box available, which is probably going to be the most common type of box you're going to find for Crown Zenith, because there's no booster boxes. It's a special set. It's not a standard set. So if you're not familiar, that means there's no booster boxes. The ETB, or the Pokemon Center ETB, is the product that has the most packs inside for you to keep in your sealed collection, unless there's an ultra premium collection type of a deal going on. But usually that makes the ETB the most valuable asset, like in Celebrations, Shining Fates, Hidden Fates, things like that. Celebrations had the UPC, so that kind of took the crown for the most investable one. But the ETB is still up there at number 2. Now, I'm just concerned about the sheer amount of product. I think you're going to be able to walk into Target or Walmart, maybe not on the first release date, but by weeks 4, 5, 6, 7, I think there's going to be a crap ton of Crown Zenith on the shelves. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. And it's really because of the release schedule. Like you said, I mean, they're the first two products to release, first three products I should say or four, I guess I should say, are the ETBs, right? Two of them, the Pokemon Center ETB and the regular one that you're going to find in your Walmarts, Targets, online, most places. And then I believe we also get the Regidrago and I think it's Regieleki boxes as well, that are also going to release on day one. Now, it's very interesting to think of how this is going to happen, because if those are going to be the only two products that are on the shelves, you got to think they're going to be printing a heck of a lot of those products, because they don't want this set to, be a bust out of the gate, right? It's the end of the era, end of the Sword and Shield era, the kind of like the celebration set. That's a bad word to say because we had celebrations, but it's celebrating the Sword and Shield era. And it's going to be interesting to see. I totally agree with you. I mean, the only way I can see this, the only way that I can see this working out to where there's still stuff on the shelf is literally you're going to see a whole row of ETBs, and then right under that is going to be a whole nother row of these, Regidrago, Regieleki V boxes, because that's the only two products that are coming out right at the beginning. It's just so interesting. They've never done this before, so it'll be interesting to see, right? We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I can only imagine that's how it's going to go. And in these products too, it's not like they're only releasing for the first month or two, and then we're on to the Pikachu box and the other boxes. Like, these ETBs are going to be from the start all the way through till the end of when you can never buy Crown Zenith. Like, those products are going to be out and released on the shelves. So,
dude, I still go out sometimes and find Shining Fates ETBs. How long has it been? The other day. How long has it been?
Oh, shoot. I don't even know. I mean, over a year. Well, 2 years almost, I think
it's been right around the 2-year marker. I think it released in February or something of 2020. Was Shining Fates. And I still find them on my Walmart shelves. Walmart is still getting stuff. And I think... Go.
I was going to say, my GameStop literally restocked. They had to have gotten 3 boxes of the Crobat Premium Collection and the Dragapult Premium Collections from Shining Fates.
I'm surprised those got reprinted, honestly. I'm surprised those got reprinted. I'm not surprised when ETBs come out again, or the Pikachu boxes, because those are the quintessential items for that, which is going to be the same thing for Crown Zenith. The ETB is going to be the quintessential item for Crown Zenith. It's going to be everywhere. And the fact that, like you said, and that was going to be the next point that I was going to make, is they're not just releasing ETBs on release day. They're going to be releasing ETBs. You're probably going to be getting restocked on ETBs every single week for 4, 5, 6 months at your Target, at your Walmart. And if you're anything like my area, I got 2 Walmarts, 3 Targets, 3 GameStops. They're all going to be getting consistent restocks of Crown Zenith ETBs over and over and over again. And I have always been on the other side of the fence. This is the very first set where I'm saying there is so much product here, it's going to be a tough investment. I've always been on the other side. I've always been, cool, that's great. There's so much product because so much more people are opening stuff, even though people are still investing in sealed product. In terms of percentages and population increases and fan base increases, the percentages are probably going to even themselves out. Because, yes, product from vintage, not many people were hoarding product back then, but not many people were buying product 10 years, 15 years after that either. It literally took until 2020 before any buyers came along, and it's going to be the same thing for this stuff. But Crown Zenith is the very first one where I am legit concerned that there's going to be so much stuff out there. It's not going to be worth that much at the end of the day. And the next thing that I want to talk about, that another reason why I think that the hype beast is way too crazy for it right now, is this is the very first time that I have seen this kind of hype for a Japanese set. Japanese V-Star universe has exploded onto the scenes. I have not seen boxes in Japanese sell this much in the States ever. Shiny Star V was close. There was a lot of hype around Shiny Star V as well, but not nearly what we're seeing for V-Star Universe. You still right now cannot find boxes of V-Star Universe under $100 in the United States when I think MSRP is 40 in Japanese. Yeah. Like, it's insane. It still is 2x MSRP, and it still is not worth buying when you look at the price of the singles compared to the hits that you're going to pull out of the box and how many you're going to have. It's still not worth the $100 valuation. You're going to lose money every single time. But what I think has happened with this as well is that so many people have opened V-Star Universe or bought into live stream breaks of V-Star Universe or bought in some singles from V-Star Universe because the cards look so great that the hype for Crown Zenith is just going to be down. Obviously, release day is going to go crazy. It's going to be hot. It's going to be popping. But after that, a week after Crown Zenith has been out, it's going to be like, oh, I've already had all of these cards in Japanese. Do I also need them in English? Which is, you know, I don't think a lot of people are really thought about that in terms of Japanese getting popular here in the States. And with it being released, I mean, how long? It's going to be almost out a month by the time we get Crown Zenith.
Yeah, about a month.
Which is crazy. Normally it's a couple weeks. Normally you get Japanese stuff a week or 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks in advance. You're looking at like 4 or 5, almost 6 weeks, I think, for V-Star Universe being out before Crown Zenith hits. That's really going to dig in to Crown Zenith's popularity at the end of the day, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I mean, I definitely did buy a box of V-Star Universe myself. You guys will see it open up in shorts here on the channel. So definitely go check out those shorts because the box was pretty awesome, I will say. But I gotta say, yeah, I feel that, right? I feel like, you know, I did spoil myself a little bit on the Crown Zenith, right? Because the V-Star Universe set is amazing, right? And like it's just different in Japanese. It hits different, right? But yeah, it definitely took away a little of the spark when it comes to, you know, how I felt about Crown Zenith. I'm still going to be out there buying some Crown Zenith to rip, that's for sure. That didn't change, but you know, the overall like kind of awe of it and that initial excitement, you know, is not as big for me, I'll say, now that I've opened up some V-Star Universe.
Especially now that Crown Zenith is not involved in this, but like now that Scarlet and Violet sets are going to be so similar to Japanese, it's really going to burn the hype, man. And like I was going to ask you this too, like if you bought a box of V-Star Universe, what if you bought yourself 4 boxes? If you bought yourself 4 boxes of V-Star Universe, how excited would you be for Crown Zenith after that?
Yeah, I mean, probably not as much because honestly, I do feel like V-Star Universe is the better of the two.
I agree.
You know, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't be as hyped about it. Again, still, I'd probably open some, right? I'm
well,
still a huge Pokemon fan.
It's the rule.
Yeah, it's to, right? But yeah, it would definitely be different because, you know, like I would assume, you know, I would get some of the big pulls that I wanted out of out of those 4 V-Star Universe boxes. And, you know, with just how, you know, hype Japanese products and cards are right now, you know, it's almost on the same level playing field when it comes to, you know, like the rarity of the cards and, you know, how much they come out to in the singles market and things like that. Yeah. It's getting a lot closer.
It really is.
Getting a lot closer.
Yeah, when I started getting back into to Pokemon TCG in like late 2017, early 2018, Japanese Pokemon cards were so cheap. They were so affordable compared to English market cards. Like the vintage are still cheaper, but like even the modern cards, like I could probably buy any Japanese Pokemon card that I wanted for a couple of bucks. And the vintage ones, like I was buying Blaine's Charizards for $17 in near mint condition. $17, $18. Blaine's Charizards, crazy. Rocket's Mewtwo's, like Dark Charizard, $18. Like, you know,
crazy.
Insane. Freaking insane. In Japanese. Now, that being said, talking about singles prices, another thing that I think that people really need to kind of watch out for here a little bit with Crown Zenith is the price of the singles market. Because of this wealth of product that we're going to be getting on the shelves, I don't think these cards are going to be carrying very impressive values. I really don't. I think that people are so excited for some of these cards, and I just don't see the value there. I just don't, right? People are hyped about the Entei, the Suicune, and the Raikou, right? People are hyped about the gold, timekeepers, right? The Dialga, the Palkia, Arceus, Giratina, right? They're super hyped about these cards. And I don't see them being over $100. Like maybe the Giratina, maybe the gold Arceus. I think the legendary beasts are going to be maybe $20 a pop. I don't think they're going to be very rare at all. And I just another thing is just go look at the Shining Fates. The way that Shining Fates has been printed, you can literally buy these shiny Charizard VMAX for like $85 right now. Raw and near mint condition. $85 for a shiny Charizard VMAX. The same card that on release day sold for like $6,000, $7,000 is $80 now, 2 years later, because of the printing machines, Yep. And with Crown Zenith not having that time frame of not having much of activity, the cards are going to come out on release day cheap as hell, guys. They're going to come out a week after release. Floors are going to be getting smashed through on these singles because the market is just going to be flooded and flooded and flooded with all these cards, and they're really not going to be that rare. From the openings of Crown Zenith that I've seen already, the pull rates seem to be very similar to kind of like what you get in V-Star Universe, to where you're still getting all of these trainer gallery cards, all of these art cards, all of these V-Star, VMAX cards, like across the board. They're not that rare. I think you'll be able to get almost all these cards for under $20. And I think topping off might be the Giratina Arceus. We'll be lucky to be over $100, $110, $115. Like, what do you think on the singles? What do you think are going to be the most expensive ones? Like, are you thinking similar? Do you think I'm undercutting it? You think they'll be worth a little bit more? Like, what are your thoughts?
Excuse me. Yeah. So I think you're on the right track for sure. I definitely, out of the gate, we're going to see that crazy roller coaster like we always see with every single set. But I think you're right. I think we're going to see a quicker drop off on these cards. You're right with the legendary dogs. Beautiful cards. And I can't bring myself to say that they're going to be over $25 each. The gold cards, I agree with you. It's going to be the Arceus. Probably, I would say the Giratina is going to be on top with just how it went in Lost Origin versus how any of the Arceus cards went in Brilliant Stars.
Well, even in Universe, I think V-Star Universe, the Giratina is on top right now too.
Yeah, I think so. I think at least last time I checked, I think that's what I saw also. So yeah, I definitely see that being on top. I mean, they're all beautiful cards, but it's not a Charizard. I'll say that.
Dude, you laugh about it, but I really think that them putting those cards in the Charizard UPC has really damaged this set. And to make up for it, they put the Radiant Charizard in because you got to have a Charizard in a special set. It's just not the same. It's just not the same.
There's nowhere near the same. Nowhere near. If those three cards would have been in this set, like this set, I think would have been the strong second set of the whole era. Might have been able to actually compete with Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is a fantastic set. It would be very hard, I think, to beat that.
Standard sets usually come out on top, though, but Hidden Fates was so good, so like that's such an amazing set. But still my number one set, by the way. But standard sets usually carry some pretty decent value, especially now that we know they're going to be printing these special sets to the floor. You know, I think Champion's Path is going to be the last special set that sealed product might carry a tremendous amount of value for Champion's Path in the future, simply because of those two Charizards. So, I mean, forever the shiny Charizard VMAX was like $200, and the shiny Charizard V was like 90 to 100, and the Rainbow was like 85 to 90. And then now look at the prices. The two from Champion's Path are closer to the $200 marker, and the one from Shining Fates is $80. Crazy. Flipped on its side because of the printers. And that's the effect that's going to happen here from Crown Zenith. Great set, fun set. I totally recommend opening it up. I totally recommend going to your store. It is going to be so much fun opening Crown Zenith. It is going to be amazing.
I agree.
It's going to be awesome. Definitely highly recommend it. Get into live stream breaks. Get into the retailers. Like, get out there. Get your LGS. Go find some awesome Crown Zenith to open up. But I would not be buying cases and cases and cases of Crown Zenith ETBs, because this thing is going to be hitting the shelves for 2 years. I really think Crown Zenith is going to be hitting the shelves for 2 years, and we are going to be getting consistent weekly restocks on Crown Zenith for at least 6 months. 6, 7, 8 months, we're going to be seeing Crown Zenith hit the shelves weekly.
I agree with you. I mean, it's the end of the era, right? And it was a fantastic era. The Pokemon Company knows that. So yeah, I definitely see, these almost called the V-Star Universe Crown Zenith products. They're going to be on the shelf for a good long while, especially with that weird release window that they have. It's just going to draw that out even further. One thing I was thinking, and this is totally just me thinking off the top of my head, and this might be something that they, would be a totally like something new for them as well. With this weird release window that they have, I don't think they'd ever say anything about it, but do you think they would ever change like pull rates, or like you're going to be able to pull more of this card out of the ETBs versus, in 4 months when we release this, that's when you're going to be able to pull, it's going to be better rates on like the Arceus or something like that.
I don't think so, because the packs are the packs. I think the packs are the same. I don't think they're holding out any particular cards for any particular packs later on. I think that would cost them money, and I don't think they would do anything that's going to cost them money. Because then
especially
they would
once we found out you couldn't pull the big cards that you wanted out of the 10 ETBs
that you
people
bought. Wouldn't buy that. Oh yeah, people would be pissed. People would be so mad.
That's true.
But yeah, no, I really think it would cost them money in the long run to make just new printing plates and to do all these things, and why mess with a system that's not broken. But what I do think is going to happen is I think these special sets are all going to end up being like this. I think the standard sets will be the same. Scarlet Violet base, Scarlet Violet 2, Scarlet Violet 3 are all going to be, released similar to the Sword and Shield stuff, but I think Scarlet and Violet 3.5 special set is going to probably likely come out around September-ish, when your Crown Zenith stuff kind of cools off. And I think it's going to be another 6-month release window, probably with a UPC being released around Christmas time, November, something like that. So I could see that. That's what I think is going to happen.
This being the format. Yeah.
Makes sense, I
agree with you.
And and the set is designed to be this way. I don't think the set is designed to be rare. It's not designed to cost a lot of money. It's designed for the collector, for the opener. It's designed for the kid to open up a lot of packs and have fun and get hits. That's what these special sets are designed for, and that's what Crown Zenith is designed for, 100,000%.
I especially agree with you on that for Crown Zenith. I really do think, like I said, it's the end of the era. The Pokemon Company wants you to have fun opening up this set. I'm sure they hate seeing the amount of people that keep stuff sealed. I mean, that's not why they make the product at all. It's
Nobody's
made to be
stuff.
Open. Exactly. So, 100%. This is made to be opened. Looking at these cards too, I'm noticing there are a lot of like pretty viable cards in this set. There's a lot of like reprints
Playables.
From cards that
almost
you
like
see
alternate arts,
as staples, exactly, as staples in decks. So I think it'd be a pretty decent set for the player as well, because you're going to get a lot of those cards out of it, which I think, I could be wrong on this, but I think it depends on the little letter that's at the bottom of the card. But getting some more of these cards later on in the set might allow them to be played longer in standard format. Again, I could be wrong on that. I'd have to look at what that symbol is down there.
The mechanics are all changing in Scarlet and Violet, so we have no clue, how things are going to play anyway.
That's a whole nother video, because how do you mesh to, I guess, it's like that every era, right?
Yeah.
There was a time where we had GX cards, GX tag team cards going up against V and VMAX cards. So I don't think it'll be too crazy, but it'll be interesting.
Different. It'll be different for sure. That'll be a video for you, my friend.
Definitely. I can do that. I can do that video. That actually
I'm a collector.
Be a good, interesting video.
I'm a collector.
I'm a player. You gotta play sometime. We gotta do a sit down. We're gonna play some games here. We're gonna battle. We're gonna build you up a nice deck. It's gonna be a good time.
I'll come out swinging with my Mew V battle deck, son.
Nice. That's not a bad place to start.
Yeah, guys. So here, Next Level TCG. If you like Pokemon and Pokemon cards, make sure you guys drop a sub and hit that notification bell because we post Pokemon TCG content at least a few times a week in form of full-length videos with shorts every single day. So hit that like button if you enjoyed today's conversation and let us know down in the comment section, what do you guys think about Crown Zenith? Are you going to be hoarding it away for a sealed collection? Or are you going to be ripping the packs like savages at an old school gosh, I was gonna say the name of the like Southern style buffet, but I don't remember the name of it now. So,
that's you. You're the Southern guy.
Yeah, you youpers up there above, the Florida Panhandle line. I know you were like, oh my pipes were condensating and dripping in my computer, and I got computer issues. I'm like, a furnace? What's a furnace? What? You guys have furnaces?
Yeah, things happen when it gets below 60 degrees.
A furnace in your basement? We don't have basements or furnaces here, man. I don't even know what's happening.
Oh, it's a whole new world up there. You should come check it out sometime.
All right, guys. Remember, if you want to level up, you need to be kind and be yourself.